Hey everybody, my name is Brian Delgado, and this is a little introduction to who I am, what I do, which I guess is why you're all here. So I'm an electric violinist, but I wasn't always an electric violinist. I started off about 15 years ago as, your regular old acoustic player like everybody else, except that I hated it so much. Violin was actually my third choice in instruments, and I dreaded practicing, I dreaded going to lessons, I dreaded doing all that stuff. So much so that I didn't take it seriously, so I never got a private teacher, I never did any of that stuff. I'm kind of self-taught. And I didn't really start taking my music seriously until about middle school, when one teacher of mine encouraged me to try out for the chamber orchestra and, try my best at being a little more, I guess, aware of the talent I guess she knew I had, but I didn't believe it. But I did, and it was an amazing experience. I learned a lot from it, and that's how I started playing seriously. So now what I do is, I started off with classical music, and so I played a lot of pieces, Haydn, Brandenburg, Bach, Mozart, all the classics. And I got really bored of it. And I didn't like the fact that I was playing what essentially other people had written and what other people had played for years and years and years. When I went to Italy, I actually ran into this weird rock band, and I was at a bar. They started playing music. I was in love with it. And they asked me if I played instruments, and I was like, I play violin. I'm not sure if that counts. And they were like, dude, like, bring the violin up and start jamming with us. So I did, and that's how I kind of discovered, like, you can put violin into a bunch of different genres, which is something that had existed for sure, but I wasn't aware that I could do it. So I started doing that a little bit, playing some rock, jazz, some blues, and still all acoustic. But then I just started looking at videos, found electric violin, was amazed at the stuff that you could do, and then started doing that. So now basically what I do is just a little bit of work with electric violin. I use keyboard, piano, computers, MIDI, other acoustic instruments as well, and looping, of course, which is such a huge component. That's what people pretty much know electric violin is for. So I do a little bit of everything, and but basically the reason why I decided to make this website is because I wanted to share that music with people who want to listen to my music, and I believe that it should be a very personal experience listening to other people's music, because it's essentially a huge part of who they are, and a lot of musicians write their music based on the experiences that they live. So basically this place, I guess, I'm going to call it, I don't want to call it a website, this place is a place where I'm going to be sharing a lot of my life, a lot of my personal stories, both written and and through my music, really. And I hope that through those stories and through my music, I guess people learn a little bit more about where my music comes from and why I write it, and also just to enjoy listening to other people's music as well. I'm sure that you will find that I write about other people as well. It's not just my music that I like to share. I also like to share other people's music that I come across while I play and just gig around. And that's what this place is. It's a place to share stories, share music, and share that joy that music brings to our life. So thank you so much for listening in advance, and I hope you enjoy my music.